Just excited for the result. Really good game. Seems like BYU and SMU have some really good history in bowl games, and this was a fun one to be a part of. Really proud of our team. I want to first of all give praise to SMU and their team. Uh, Rhett Lashley is a really good coach, and he coaches them the right way. The players play the right way. You see how much passion they have for the game, and we've had interactions with them throughout the week. We've enjoyed our time here. The festivities and the opportunity to be around the community has been amazing. The people of Albuquerque, New Mexico have been great to us. The food's been great to me, and just really had a really good time. Enjoyed it, and proud of our players, but really happy that we had an opportunity to compete on that field with SMU and a class program that they are, and I know they'll do great things from here on out. We got one more point than they did and made the one play that flips the entire thing. But there's a lot of plays that happened in between before that one. And I'm really proud of these young men for leading their sides and on defense with Ben Bywater and Sol-Jay on the offensive side, Sol-Jay Maiava-Peters. So we'll take any questions you guys may have, but we really enjoyed the being a part of the New Mexico Bowl, and this is a good way to end the Independence era. So we're looking forward to being in a conference next year and start working towards that. Now we can officially talk about it. So you guys want to talk about the game, so we'll take any questions you guys may have.
Kalani, to start with that last 2-point conversion, obviously the game hinges on one play, 3 yards. You call timeout. What'd you tell the boys, and then what was it like watching them make the play?
Well, the first time out I took, and I think I got the wrong formation, and then the second one we took is when we saw the formation happen, and that's a little scary because they can do so many different things, especially their offense when they can throw the ball. Quarterback's really Mordecai is really accurate, and he can run too. So you had 4 receivers on one side, 1 on the opposite. So basically, I just told him to watch out for everything. And both times I was like, watch out for this, watch out for that, watch out for this, and it's just like we're just gonna let these guys go play and just have fun and make try to make the play. And I think it worked out in our favor. But I think the way SMU was executing the entire night, it was we just wanted to make it tough for them, and I think we did our job. I think it was a team victory. You look at special teams; they played really well. Rico punted the ball well. We had our place kicker, Jake Oldroyd kicked the ball well, and he even kicked off really well. So overall, really good game in all 3 phases. Proud of the offense, proud of the defense, and special teams.
Kalani, at what point in the week did you make the decision that Sol-Jay was going to start? And for Sol-Jay, did you have any conversations with Jaron about how to kind of approach this game in your first start?
Well, did you ask me when?
Yeah.
I think we knew that we could play with 3 quarterbacks, right? So I kind of hinted that we would try to. We had 3 guys that we felt comfortable playing, and I think A-Rod went with a hot hand, and Sol-Jay did a great job playing the game. But we felt really good with all 3 of those guys. The preparation, I think the balance that they had, and the amount of reps that all 3 got. I thought they did some really good things in practice, and then. A-Rod made the decision to go Sol-Jay, and Sol-Jay just took it and ran with it, literally. So, just really proud of him. Go ahead.
Sorry, what was the question for me again? Oh, yeah, for sure. Throughout all the practices, film room studying, Jaron just giving, not just me, but all 3 quarterbacks pointers on what he does and how he prepares for the games. And just going over film with him, he just kept pointing out pointers and giving us advice. And especially when you freshman like me, a young guy coming in, he was just telling me, giving me pointers to lead the team or lead the offense, and just always be calm and confident and be decisive with what I do.
Ben, first of all, congratulations on the most outstanding defensive player of the award. I don't know if you also know that was a record of a pick 6 in the New Mexico Bowl, so congratulations on that too. My question is, when that happened, did you feel like that was the momentum change? Because at that point, the game was pretty much back and forth, and after you guys had that pick 6, you guys took off from there.
Yeah, first off, I appreciate you saying that. And I don't know if that was the momentum changer, but definitely big plays like that and, getting our offense the ball back and doing stuff like that that's going to just mix it up for SMU. I was grateful that happened, and you just start doing the right thing. A lot of times, something good is going to swing your way. So I was blessed to have that happen.
Kalani, were you, as they were marching down there at the end, were you thinking they would probably go for 2? And question B, were you surprised that they went for 2?
No, not. I'll go backwards. Surprise, no, because I've done that before. You guys remember, so I think that's a good move. You can win the game on one play. I think that's the right move. I wanted to stop them way before that, and so I didn't like that they got down there. And but I thought we had some opportunities to make plays and weren't able to make it. And, honestly, Mordecai is really elusive, and he finds ways to make you miss. And I thought we had some pressures and had some. We try to mix up our stuff, so we want to keep him guessing with our defensive calls, and we just didn't want him to feel settled on everything. And but you have to give him and their offense credit. They made plays and they got down, right down there and scored at the end. And I was happy they went for 2. I just wanted to either win or lose the game right then, and I felt really good about it.
Ben, kind of break down that last play from your perspective.
Yeah, so obviously we had that coming off that timeout. SMU's their team, they're an offense that they'd like to go hurry up, but that was a play right where they mixed up. I mean, on the boundary they had 4 into the boundary, 4 receivers, so they could have thrown a little screen right there. But it's kind of like a numbers game, you know what I'm saying? So they liked that they had numbers in the middle, and Jacob Robinson came up, made a huge play. So that's just one of those things. You got to win your one-on-one matchup and go make a big play, and so that's what he did.
Ben, could you also break down your interception? And was that something, hey, on film I saw this, or hey, I just knew that they were throwing quick screens often?
Yeah. So it was kind of the same thing, right? Like they were throwing those little screens, those little hit screens and tunnel screens to the boundary, and so I knew like they had 3 receivers out there, and there's only 2 of us, right? So 3-on-2, they like their odds, so they're gonna throw it. So when that happened, I knew they weren't gonna hand it off and they were gonna throw it, so I just jumped it, and as I looked, the ball was right in my hands. So it's kind of the same thing.
You have to remember this guy was a running back in high school. How many yards again?
793.
He reminded us before this game that he can run the rock, and so I was proud of him making somebody miss and good ball security throughout. So.
Kalani, you had a lot of turnover with your coaching staff, obviously, coming into this game. How do you feel your analysts, GAs, et cetera, stepped up?
Those guys were awesome. You look at what Jan Jorgensen did a tremendous job, and then Vince Feula. So Jan worked with the outside backers, the OEs, and then Vince worked with the D line, the interior D line, and then we had Randy Coy working with the safety. And then we had Gennaro Guilford still working with the corners. Gavin Fowler's with the backers, and then I was over there just trying not to mess it up. But those guys worked really hard, and I thought we had a really good game plan. And the guys, I'm telling you, those guys worked really hard. I'm really proud of them. Just goes to show that we're doing things the right way in our group, and the players, they rallied around the coaching, and so. It just felt really good to have our guys play assignment sound football. The first 2 drives I didn't like because we gave up. It was us. We're giving up stuff, and nothing against SMU. They're a great team, but you can't make mistakes because they'll expose you. That's what Mordecai lives off of. They go tempo so they can get you to make mistakes. And once we got used to the tempo, I think the guys settled down and played and trusted each other, and played fundamentally sound football. I thought we tackled pretty good. There's opportunities to get some TFLs and sacks that we missed, but you have to give them credit, and our guys, it's just something to keep working towards. But I'm really, really proud of the entire defensive staff. Offensive staff did an amazing job too, and then on special teams, Gavin Fowler covered a lot for the special teams and handled everything there. So those young guys are going to be, they're really good coaches. They showed it tonight, and I'm just glad that they're on our side.
Sol-Jay, a little bit of a 2-parter, if I could.
because it sounded like on that final play there may have been a little bit of praying involved. Some as you were watching J-Rob come up and make that tackle. So maybe you could walk us through that moment. And also just the second part, as a quarterback, I know you like having the ball in your hands. You like having kind of that pressure on you. Is it a little bit uncomfortable having to watch the defense come up and make a play to win it, I guess?
Oh, yeah, it's for sure a different feeling when the defense is out there. But, like Kalani says, it's complimentary football. And so I just have faith in the defense, said a little prayer. It wasn't like a real, just like, oh, my Heavenly Father, And then I was watching the play, and I just seen.
That's a real prayer.
Yeah. I mean, it was a genuine, for real. And then J-Rob made the play, and I just felt comfort, I guess you could say. I was excited. That's when everybody was turning up, and I just pointed to the sky. I said, "Thank you, Heavenly Father."
Sol-Jay, what do you hope this performance does for you and maybe your place in that quarterback room in the future for BYU?
For me, my mentality is still the same. Like, I'm in the back because I know I'm still going to have to fight in the offseason for the job. A lot of people coming in, so just got to keep my head humble for sure.
Ben, for you guys in the defense, you guys, there's been a lot of noise with the coaching changes, obviously, players going into the portal. Was this one personal for you and for the defense for you guys coming in? Were you guys like, we need to win this? We need to take this going into the Big 12 and end independence in the right way?
Absolutely. For us, it's the way the world works. Right? Everyone's going to gas up the offense, talk about the offense. So for us, we had a chip on our shoulder. We went, and I think tonight, we just showed how resilient we are. And so I'm excited. That builds momentum going to this off season. We're super excited for Jay Hill to come in and put his defense in. I mean, a lot of the guys could not be more excited. So we're gonna have a great off season, get big, get strong, and then we're going to Big 12 play.
Yeah, Kalani, how important was it to finish the season with a win in this and also send out Independence with a victory as well?
I just want our guys to play well and play their best. That's the other stuff is just a byproduct of the result of our guys playing well. If we play out our best, I have a good feeling that we're going to be happy. So that was the emphasis. I don't try to put too much pressure on them. These guys put enough pressure on themselves. I'm gonna love them whether we win or lose. So we might as well win, But I'm just really proud of them, and throughout the whole process, this was a tough year for our program. Some changes and things like that, but the faith and the love, all that stuff remains. And even though we went through a bad stretch, and because everybody looks at the result as the adversity, man, I'm just proud of these guys. They stuck together and they worked through it, and just showed us the unity that we have in this program and in our culture and in our team.
Coach, you said you couldn't talk about the move to the Big 12 until now, so talk about the move to the Big 12.
Yeah, we're excited to go to the Big 12. It'll be a lot of fun. So we've known about it for a while now, and I've asked these guys not to talk about it. And now let's go. We're going to work. Emphasis going into the off season is going to be a lot of work. Since these guys know they're ready to be uncomfortable, to grow and get better in the off season, and then we're going to have a fun spring ball. Get after it. We got to be a more physical team, and that works that goes through the off season, but. More than anything, just keep our faith and our belief in what we know is right and our priorities right, that we have faith in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's first and foremost. And we work through that, and everything else will work out. I mean, that's the great example that we can follow, and that even works in personal life and business, and it definitely works in football, especially at BYU. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, thank you.